Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Houston Texans. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
We play to win. Let's go!
Okay, ready? 50 extra money. Bound to lose one. Run. He's talking his head.
They'll run on first down. Pearson, call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And an alley to run. He'll have a first down past the 40. And all the way up to the 46. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's two ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Ready. Here's Mike. I'm coming after you.
2nd and 11. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I'm coming.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Red, 60, orange. It's our time. 58, come on.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Patterson on the carry. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And he finds Seals-Jones complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me. Check safety, check safety.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Ready? And let's go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he'll find his tight end, Seals-Jones. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down. What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Get ready. Get ready. Shit.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds Beckham complete. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains.
That's another Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. That's the end of the
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Patterson. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Henderson. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And the Buccaneer first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 14. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Castro. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
They're going to look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Check.
They run with Patterson. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Texans on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Give him 30 yards there. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there with touchdown number 8 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. No problem there on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get
ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. 2nd and 5. He's going to wind up and air it out. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
58, boys, 58, 58. Mike, let's go, dude.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
Switch.
After the interception, here's Watson, rolling to his left. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards. So big pickup that time. And Charles, defending AFC Player of the Week, maybe bucking towards another award this week.
Yeah, and they say they don't really care about the individual awards. You and I both know
they do.
It means a lot to them. It means respect around the league. And if he's able to show those kind of hands all game long, he can win a second one.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. On first down, Patterson, and just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. That's complete to his tight end, Seals-Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. His third touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. The point after is good, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got you. Check the backer. Blue dot Quarkers. Check. Ready, go.
They'll run again with Hunt. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run on first down. It's Patterson fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Watson off play action. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. In for the score. And the Texans push further out in front. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Texans push further out in front. The extra point splits the uprights. And it is 28-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Red, 60, orange. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Second and 13. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On first down, Pearson, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Second and 4. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 20. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Patterson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. On third down, Patterson.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And his kick here is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 41. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Push him back.
Watson going to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing on third down, Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Watson now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's second and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's brought down. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up first and goal. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Watch left, watch left. Tight end to the left, tight end left.
Everyone, you got 4 down.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Taking it in as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
They'll set up a throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
Ready, go.
They'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We call that sack.
It's 2nd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nice 7, let's go. Mike 50. Ready, go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now back to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. To throw is Watson, operating from the gun, and that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line. Execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is.